So let's look at equilateral, equiangular, or regular. Equilateral, equiangular, or regular. What does equilateral mean? Equilateral means that the sides are congruent. All sides are congruent. So do you see 4, 5, 6, or 7? Do you see any of these that are equilateral? The only the ones that I see are 4 and 5. Now I'm going to mark 5 as equilateral, but not 4. 4 is equilateral, but it's also got another characteristic that we're going to talk about. 6 and 7 are not equilateral, so those aren't equilateral. Let's look at equiangular. Equiangular means that the angles are all congruent. Number 4 is equiangular, but none of the others. Now number 7 will throw some of you off, but remember, these are angles too. Those are not the same as the other ones. Those are acute angles. So equiangular only applies to number 4, but we'll come back to that, okay? So let's look at regular. Regular means both equilateral and equiangular. Therefore, number 4 is a regular polygon because it has both equilateral and equiangular. 6 and 7 don't fit any of these. So they're none or neither. They're not equiangular, equilateral, or regular. So using that idea, we're going to come down here and we're going to look at these. Look at number 8. Number 8 says the length in feet of two sides of a regular, there's your key word there, regular means equilateral and equiangular. The lengths of two sides of a regular quadrilateral are represented by 8x minus 6 and 4x plus 22. Find the length of the side. Well, if it's a regular quadrilateral, what does that mean about all the sides? It's equiangular and equilateral. Equilateral means they're all the same. So if I were to draw my quadrilateral out over here, I can draw any old random quadrilateral. If I say it's a regular quadrilateral, I'm going to actually know it's a square. I know all of the angles and all the sides have to be the same. So one side is 8x minus 6. One side is 4x plus 22, so I set them equal to each other. So 4x plus 22 has to be the same length as 8x minus 6. I'm going to subtract the 4x. So I end up with 22 equals 4x minus 6. I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So 28 equals 4x, and then I'm going to divide both sides by 4. So x is equal to 7. But it wants the length of the side. So I'm going to take 7 and I'm going to plug it into here or here. If I plug it into the top one, 4 times 7 plus 22, that's 28 plus 22, which is 50. If I plug it into this one, 8 times 7 is 56, minus 6 is 50. So I've got the correct answer because the sides are equal. So make sure you read the question carefully. If you look at number 9 and number 10, it's the same thing. They both represent regular, and this is equilateral. This one says negative 2x plus 41 and 7x minus 40 are the lengths of two sides of an equilateral pentagon. What does that mean? They're equal to each other. You put them equal to each other and solve. These two represent angles in a regular decagon. What does that mean? They're equal to each other. So you set them equal to each other and solve. So for number 9, 3x plus 63 would equal 7x minus 45, and you'll solve that. And on number 10, negative 2x plus 41 equals 7x minus 40, and you'd solve that. Again, you know that these are equal because in number 9, these are two angles of a regular decagon, which means all the angles are the same. It's regular. These are two sides of an equilateral pentagon. That means all the sides are the same, so those are equal. So that's how you use equilateral, equiangular, and regular.